This is BeamNG's radial menu, and it's loaded with features. You can use it to clone your vehicle, spawn traffic, adjust cruise control, and even cause an irreversible rapid disassembly of your vehicular device. It's so packed with features that its design is somewhat controversial within the BeamNG community, with users complaining that it's, quote, insanely overcluttered. And if you two think the same, well, today's your lucky day, because we're checking out a mod that makes it so much worse. This is the radial cheat menu, and today I'll show you why people call it BeamNG's God mode. Now, this diabolical mod was released back in April, and in fact, you may have already seen other YouTubers use it in their videos. Unfortunately though, it has almost exclusively been used for one purpose: making cars go fast. Trust me, it does so much more than that, especially since Sacher, the mod's creator, has kept adding features like his life depends on it. So many features in fact, that I've had to split this video into multiple chapters. And since this video has God mode in the title, it's only fair to start with that. Now, depending on who you ask, God mode could be intended as many different things. But in a game like BeamNG, where vehicles obey to the laws of destruction, I believe that God mode is best used when talking about durability. So let's check it out. So, I'm about to crash this bone stock pigeon into this lovely wall. And as you can see, this boy got cooked. Look, he's even nodding, he's agreeing. Luckily though, we can do something about that. So now, I'm gonna open up the radial menu by pressing E. And to access the cheat menu, you go to Vehicle Actions, and then select Cheat Menu. And as you can see, this is truly an abomination of a user interface. I don't know why this mod is integrated in the radial menu and not its own separate scrollable UI thingy, but whatever. I'm not here to talk about user interface. I'm here to talk about the God mode. And to access it, you need to go to Strength Multiplier. Now, if you really squint your eyes, you'll see that one of these slots is currently green. That's because this is 1 times strength, which is, you know, the default. The cool thing is that on top of going up in strength, you can also go down, which we're gonna do later, because now I want to see if doubling the strength is gonna help us out against this wall. We're gonna crash into it at about 50 kilometers per hour. It's still absolutely mangled, but I'd say slightly less than before. But you know, the words God mode and slightly don't really go hand in hand. So now we're gonna go from 2 times strength to 10 times. I'm kinda scared. It was a bad shift. Oh my god! And as you can see, it's still kinda damaged. So now we're gonna go from 10 times to 10,000 times. I honestly don't know what to expect, apart from bouncing. And yeah, it's even better than before. The hood seems to have held up better, but you know, I'm still kind of pissed that the bumper got damaged. So now I'm gonna completely max out the durability. Let's see. Even more what? How is it still getting damaged? So just to be sure, I'm now gonna try the same thing with a covert. Oh my god! Why is it still getting damaged though? What the hell? Now luckily, the radial cheat menu also has a mode that's called regeneration, which in theory should solve all of our damage issues. But before checking that out, I want to see what happens when you make your vehicle less durable. So now I've set durability to 0.5, it's half as durable. Pigeon from Temu. 0 bounce basically. I'm gonna back it up, and yeah, it do be squished. So now I'm gonna drop it from half durability to 1/4. We are beyond cooked. This is like paper pigeon. Shit. Yeah, the engine is gone. There is no moving this thing. So let's make it even worse. Or it just doesn't even want to exist now. It's so weak that it's squatted. Okay, we just lost stuff, but we're still moving. And bro, it just spread itself onto the wall like jam on bread. What the hell is this? Okay, now I'm gonna drop it from 0.1 to 0, and I have no idea what to expect when I unpause the game. Bro, my car just melted. What the hell? Yeah, there is nothing left. Look at the engine fucking deflating like a balloon. Now I'm back in the cheat menu, and instead of going back into the strength tab, I'm going to revert all the changes by pressing this. And as you can see, we're back in business. So now I want to show you regeneration. And as you can see, the mod's creator is very confident in this feature's stability. Anyways, despite the warning, I'm gonna enable it and check it. Did my hood just implode? Okay, should not be doing this. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, let me show you what it's supposed to do. So now the pigeon is cooked, but as you can see, it's slowly uncooking itself. Okay, it's still pretty cooked. I'm gonna crash again now. My steering is done. Okay. And look at that, look at that. Did you see how it just undented itself? Now I'm gonna do the same thing with a covet. Probably it's gonna work better on it. And in fact, it works much better. And you can even mess with it in real time by using the node grabber and trying to bend it out of shape. Now before moving on to the next chapter, which is scale, there are 3 more things in the God mode category. The first one is durable tires. So if you've seen my top speed record videos, you'll already know that as we reach faster and faster speeds, the wheels tend to do this. Now of course, this pigeon can't reach wheel braking speeds.
A few moments later.
This is probably going to implode my car. I think this is enough. Let's see what happens when I unpause. Okay, well, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. The wheels don't explode anymore. Or at least, not as easily. Next up, there is the God mode for the engine and the transmission. And as you'd expect, this makes the whole powertrain immune to overheating, exploding, slipping, and basically anything else that could go wrong. And something that the creator of the mod added recently is the Bluetooth drive shaft. So if, for example, you make an engine so powerful that it disintegrates the drive shaft, the wheels will still continue to receive torque. And finally, there's drive underwater. And so that was it for the God mode chapter. But as I said at the start, there's so much more this mod does. It even adds rain and snow for some reason, but we'll check that later. Now, I want to show you the scale. And so let's start by making this pigeon 2 times larger. And it's hard to tell that something even happened. In fact, it looks basically the same as before. On the interior, we've lost our steering wheel, as you can see, but you know, everything else seems to be working just fine. Let me spawn a regular sized pigeon. Oh my god. As you can see, this looks ridiculous. And as for driving, apart from a lot more tire noise, and the fact that it kind of behaves like it's in slow motion, it's really hard to tell that something's off. Oh my god. I've just run over my child. That was the biggest pigeon moment. Okay, we can't even see the original pigeon. Okay, there you go. This looks ridiculous. I'm gonna try running it over, and one thing to note, this scales everything apart from the fuel tank. As you can see, it's already burned through 1/3 of the tank in like 20 seconds. But luckily this mod also allows you to have infinite fuel. I want to see what's gonna happen to this poor pigeon. Holy shit. That is a full-scale HD55. I'm curious, how much does this pigeon weigh? Oh my god. It weighs 500,000 kilograms. It's 567 tons. I'm now gonna downshift. And as you can see, the shifter is so heavy probably that it's moving insanely slow. I think I just blew my engine. And the cool thing is that all the latches still work. It's kind of hard to find them. There's the door. That door probably weighs as much as... Actually, you know what? This door weighs 8.1 tons. That is insane. And the moment you leave grid map, it's so much funnier. Look at this shit. This thing is owning the dunes. Though yeah, it does kind of move in slow motion. Which in itself isn't even true because I've now spawned a dune kicker and look at how quick it's going. I don't think I can catch up to it. This is the fastest vehicle possible on the dunes. Oh shit. Okay, no, that pigeon is definitely faster. Bro, it's flying. I generally cannot catch up to it. Now there's the bushes. That thing ate up the bushes like they were nothing. Okay, it's generally gone. There's nothing I can do now.
12 seconds later.
So I've just launched the dune kicker into it, and it did nothing. This thing is genuinely unstoppable. It's insane. But what if we made it 100 times larger? Holy shit! The camera's going nuts, and it doesn't even drive, unfortunately. Let me see if I can make it drive. But yeah, I don't know if you realize how big this truly is. Like, look at this shit. I'm gonna crash into the tire. No idea what's gonna happen. Oh. So I'm now back to a normal sized pigeon, and I want to see what happens when you make it smaller. Oh. Ah! Mamma mia, ma che cazzo è successo? I just put it together and it fucking exploded. I did not expect that. Why? And was it going 6,000 kilometers per hour? What the hell is going on? I'm gonna try that again. You put it in gear and it fucking blows. Okay, so this is half scale, and it does not detonate. It kind of drives like garbage. So yeah, while this vehicle is pretty small, it's not as small as the percentage of people who are subscribed. So guys, help me beat Mr. Beast by 6 PM. And on top of scaling the car in all dimensions, you can also make it wider and taller. Gentlemen, the white pigeon is officially back. And you know what? It does not drive bad. It's even more stable than regular pigeon, because... Wait, why is it more stable? Oh, because the wheels are wider too. Ah, so yes, this is a massive W. Now, for some odd reason, the cheat menu lets you go up to some stupid numbers, and I don't know why, because they just don't work. As you just saw. I mean, it does kind of work. So yeah, I'd say the limit is around 5x for usability. And yeah, as you can see, this is slightly cursed. Now, of course, on top of making it wider, you can also make it thinner. Gentlemen, I've just invented the motorbike. It's gonna instantly flip, right? Oh no. Okay. Also, yes, as I said, you can also make it higher. And yeah, this is what a 2 times taller pigeon looks like. Though, one thing you may have noticed is that this also scales the wheels. Yes, it does not drive well, but it does drive somewhat. It looks like it's running. It's like pedaling. No, bro, it genuinely looks like it's hopping along. This looks like a wild animal. What the fuck? Bro, it genuinely looks like it's running. I can't. Oh, and of course, the same thing happens if you make it shorter. I think it's even more disabled than the tall one, but at least it shouldn't flip. And finally, on top of resizing your entire car, the radial cheat menu also allows you to resize individual parts. Let's resize the right mirror. Oh no, it's detonating. Fuck's sake. Well, it kind of works. So, that was it for the scale. But now it's time for the physics. And this section is pretty varied. For instance, one of the things you can do is accelerate the simulation speed. So if you didn't know, in BeamNG you can go in slow mode, and yes, it's pretty satisfying. But what if you just don't have time to waste? Look at the acceleration on this. I'm now gonna do a 2x pigeon moment, and bro, why is it squealing so much? Wait, I have an idea. Here we go. Yes. No! Imagine creating the most advanced real-time physics simulator and people just do this shit. And the simulation speed goes all the way up to 10 times faster. I'm now gonna open a door. It's a very fast door. And yeah, apart from sounding like a Formula 1 car, oh my god. Then you can also adjust the tire grip, the brake strength, the aerodynamic drag, the engine brake, the gravity, and finally, the car's weight. Grip. It feels grippy. The tires are not squealing. Engine brake is kind of a scam. It's not slowing us down that much. I was expecting worse. Okay, I'm gonna do a brake test. Oh! Okay, that worked. It looked like it tripped. So that was it for the physics, which means it's now time to check out the visuals. You can adjust the amount of particles, but then it gets really interesting with dynamic rain and dynamic snow. Yeah, this does not look very good. And the snow is just the same thing, but bigger. Then there's ESP plus info. I have no idea what this is for, so if you know, please leave a comment. Then there's rainbow mode. As you can see, it just cycles between like 3 different colors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And finally, it lets you adjust the shadow quality. Next up, there's the vehicle section. Now, as I said before, you can have infinite fuel, but you can also have infinite nitrous and infinite JATO. But that's the boring stuff. The fun stuff is at the bottom. starting with suspension height. So I'm gonna start with something chill like 2x. And oh my god! This boy is propped up, as you can see. Still drives. Oh, okay. We have quite the amount of camber at the front. But yeah, as you can see, the suspension is... So I've now spawned a 4-wheeled pigeon, and in theory, it should work better now. Something snapped, though it does still drive. Look at that. So I'm now back in the OG 3-wheeled pigeon, and I'm gonna make the suspension 3 times higher. And on top of suspension height, you can also adjust the wheel diameter and the wheel width. I'm actually gonna make these like insanely wide. Ooh. I guess we're doing the diameter. Let's go for 30-inch wheels. Okay, I was bracing for impact, but it's working? It is working, look at that! Oh, it's a bit unstable. What if we gave it 100-inch wheels? How is it still... I can't believe this isn't breaking the game. Then there's the career mode cheats. I don't play career mode, but you can use it to give yourself money, repair your car, control traffic, and many other things to make the game less fun. And finally, of course, there's the infamous powertrain section. There's an engine power multiplier, an RPM multiplier, and also the final drive. Now, of course, these 3 settings go hand in hand with God mode for the engine and the transmission. Okay, let's see what this abomination can do. Okay, I must have done something wrong. Bro, come on! I have God mode enabled. What the hell is this? Let's try making it super strong. Okay. Oh my god! Okay, let's see how quick we can go. We're doing 300. And yeah, in my opinion, the powertrain section is the least interesting part of this mod.